Bowman Live. Welcome to the program on tonight. I found an interesting story as reported by ABC News. The headline says Trump to plead not guilty in January 6 case, waives right to be present at arraignment. Special counsel Jack Smith unsealed a new indictment in the case last week. All right, let's talk about this and let's break this down. So Trump has been charged in superseding indictment in election interference case. Special counsel Jack Smith filed a new revised document that takes into account the Supreme Court's recent ruling on presidential immunity. So according to ABC News, former President Donald Trump has waived his right to be present at his arraignment in his new federal election interference case and has authorized his attorney to enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf, according to a filing Tuesday. And Trump has every right to plead not guilty. Now, I'm going to say something like you Democrats aren't going to like. So let's get right into it. Y'all got to stop demonizing somebody and trying to say that they're guilty about something that they haven't even been found guilty about. Just because someone is charged with something, or just because someone has been indicted, millions of black people are presumed guilty even before they are charged with a crime. One reason why I decided to study law and become a criminal defense attorney, because I'm tired of seeing my people get the shaft in the judicial system. I'm tired of seeing my people being taken advantage of by white prosecutors who are racist in nature, automatically presume them to be guilty even before the arraignment took place. When they are arrested, from the time the cop arrests them, and they could be guilty of something, and then they trump up charges against them. And when they look for relief in the courts, all they get is a public pretender. That's it. One who pretends to represent them, one who pretends to understand them, one who pretends to have their best interest at heart, when in actuality, they don't have their best interest at heart. The January 6th interference happened. Point blank. If he says he's not guilty, that's his right. Special counsel Jack Smith unsealed a new indictment last week related to Trump's efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. The superseding indictment includes the same charges as the original indictment, but removes allegations related to Trump's official acts as president in light of the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity. Well, the Supreme Court has ruled not just Trump, but all presidents will be given presidential immunity and absolved from any crimes or alleged crimes that happens while they're in office. That's what the ruling states. That is now the law of the land, so be it. But you can't demonize somebody just because they've been indicted. You can't say somebody is guilty because somebody alleges. The prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable or the shadow of a doubt, based upon the preponderance of the evidence, that so-and-so is guilty. Love that. Thank you very much. That so-and-so is guilty. How would you like it if you were falsely accused of something and somebody had you arraigned up in court and presumed you to be guilty before an all-black jury and called that a jury of your peers? You white folk wouldn't like that, would you? Well, conversely, why do black people get an all-white jury and say that that is a jury of their peers? You're out of your damn mind. That's not a jury of our peers. We don't even know these people. They don't know anything about us. Well, that's what happens every day in a two-tier judicial system. So special care has been made to make sure that Trump does not go to prison. He's been given favoritism upon favoritism upon favoritism. The court has not yet set a formal date for Trump's new arraignment. It'll be after the election, guaranteed. Not going to be before. Both sides are due to appear in court on Thursday for a previously scheduled conference in the case. Trump last year pleaded not guilty to federal charges of undertaking a criminal scheme to overturn the results of the 2020 election in order to remain in power. In July, the Supreme Court ruled in Blockbuster's decision that Trump is entitled to immunity from criminal prosecution for official acts undertaken while in office. Of course they're going to say that. He put him on the bench. That's what they were put there for. Judge Eileen Cannon, a Republican judge, was put on the bench so that she could look out for the interest of Trump and any other person that's accused of said crimes. And in America, people try to say that it's not true, but it is true. It happens every day of the week. It is a two-tier judicial system. Every step of the way. I got natural debating skills. Growing up in the hood, baby. It's hard to win a debate with me because I'm not going to allow you to roughshod me in a debate. And that's his right to plead not guilty if he chooses to say he's guilty. Let me talk about the retired federal judge and ethics experts that want Judge Cannon taken off of Trump's documents case. So you get in 2 for 1 in this. A former federal judge, along with a government watchdog group and 2 top scholars on judicial ethics, want an appeals court to reassign the classified documents case against former President Donald Trump to a new judge, according to CNN. The group is seeking to file an amicus brief with the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, criticizing the way Judge Eileen Cannon, who dismissed the classified documents prosecution earlier this summer, has handled the criminal case. What did you all think she was going to do? The fix was already in. Point blank. She was never going to allow Trump to be charged. Of course she was going to dismiss it all the time. That's what she was supposed to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's why she was put on the bench. They also took issue with Cannon allowing Trump to slow down the federal investigation in 2022 by appointing a special master to review evidence and blocking investigators' access to documents seized at his Mar-a-Lago estate. The 11th Circuit Court reversed Cannon's decisions on this matter, as they should have, because Judge Eileen Cannon is wrong. If you're going to judicially rule, be fair about your rulings. And you can't favor one person over another. All white America wanted O.J. Simpson to be found guilty and liable for the tragic death of Nicole Brown Simpson. And it's a sad thing that happened. And to this day, nobody's been held accountable for the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Mr. Goldman's son. Whatever O.J. is alleged to have done, whatever he knew or didn't know, it's too late. He's not on this earth anymore. And for those of you that have never been part of the criminal justice system, you all think it's a joke because it never happened to you or never happened to anybody in your family. For wealthy people, they can always find a way to buy themselves out, pay somebody off, bribe somebody, cause witnesses not to show up, pay off corrupt judges, pay off corrupt prosecutions. Every single time. You know, bottom line. So, retired Judge Nancy Gerthner, who was a federal trial judge in Massachusetts, legal ethics scholars Stephen Gillers and James J. Sample, and the government watchdog group known as Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington are seeking to file the brief with the Atlanta-based appeals court that is considering whether Cannon's dismissal decision should be reversed. Cannon had said in her ruling that the appointment of special counsel Jack Smith violated the Constitution. That's an outright lie, and she knows it. It's a lie. Special counsel, if they wanted a special counsel, it was done legally and ethically. Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, did not violate the law, and Cannon knows it. These people will audaciously look you in your face and just lie. The more they tell a lie, because they're pathological liars, they're pseudo liars. The more they tell a lie, that's why they keep telling it, to psychologically imprint it in the minds of the dim-witted and the slow, to make them believe that the lie is the truth and the truth is a lie. So they lie consistently. They lie on purpose. They lie deliberately. That's what pathological liars do. They lie. Many come before the Senate Judiciary Committee when they were having the Watergate hearings regarding former President Richard Nixon. They would say, I choose to invoke my Fifth Amendment rights on the advice of counsel against self-incrimination. Ehrlich, Herleman, and all of them knew they were lying. They knew exactly what took place. Carlson knew. And then what did they do? In the attempt to cover up for Nixon, they lied. And that's why Nixon was forced to resign. But the deal had already been made. You resign the presidency, we make Gerald Ford the president, and he will pardon you and absolve you from all crimes. That's why Nixon resigned. It's a lot of work. So I'm going to leave it right here with Judge Ali Cannon, and I'm going to pick this up on tomorrow in a separate video. Never surrender, never quit.